that far. Oh no! So I'm immediately gonna go into Agni Aruna. That's great. So, but I also have. Well, I won't say anything for those who haven't played this game
Thanks
yet.
for destroying the luck for me, devil boy. And welcome to hell. Please accept my gift. Don't be humble. Just take it. After all, we're buddies, aren't we?
Well, isn't that special? To be honest, I was expecting something a little better than this.
You and me both, Dante. You and me both. I love the build-up, though, of the soundtrack, because it immediately starts into the game once I do that. So the whole shtick with these enemies is that you can't actually hit them unless you petrify them like this, because they'll just multiply otherwise. And I don't know how many they can multiply. I think it's a fairly sizable amount, but that's probably the most annoying part of these enemies, is that they do that. Okay, is that all of them? Nope. Oh jeez, I am so out of practice with Devil May Cry 3. Because, like, every time I kill one, they decide, oh, well, I'm just gonna sacrifice myself and get in the way of the other one, and then it just creates more. Okay, there we go. Now we're making some progress. Not exactly the most stylish gameplay in the world, but at the very least I'm taking them out. But, I mean, my expectations aren't really that high for this early in the game. It's like I pretty much just have the bare minimum of unlocks at this point. So another thing I'd like to point out is that each time you complete like a mission and then there's a cutscene, there's a little bit of an Easter egg that Capcom included where in each cutscene that ends a mission and starts a mission, there's a secret number that'll tell you what mission you're actually on. It's kind of pointless, but it's a nice little detail. So when that Dante killed that blood goyle in the cutscene, it created a 5 on the wall. So in the first mission, the 1 was on the pizza box. So that's just something you can look out for, as just a neat little detail that they added through every cutscene, and something that I really appreciate. And another thing that sets this version apart from the original edition is that the special edition, of course, you can play as Virgil, but they also added a bonus boss battle in Jester. So we just met Jester in the last cutscene, but he is now a fully
Welcome to hell.
implemented boss in the game.
Or you can expel them.
I also realized I don't have any vital stars, so this could be problematic. But this is the first Jester boss battle, but I'm prone to eating my words, so I'm not really too worried. first time I played this game, I really didn't use Cerberus all that much. But now, it's just like, I can understand the utility of using Cerberus a lot because of Devil May Cry 5. Just how useful it is, and just... I guess I also had a, because it was actually my aunt who got me into this game. And she did not use Cerberus because she didn't understand the mechanics behind it. So I tended to, because of her influence, I tended to not use that weapon. But now I just absolutely love Cerberus, but it's not my preferred weapon in the entirety of the game. I love it, but my favorite weapon I actually will not get until later on. Probably not until, like, at least halfway through the game. But at the end of this mission, I'll be getting, probably my two favorite swords, at least, in this game. Okay, that's... Some of this is just muscle memory, because since I played this so many times, like, muscle memory and just, like, old memories of playing this game are just resurfacing. So I'm just remembering exactly where to go based on those prior memories. Okay, so that's on the lower floor. So all I've got to do is fall down. Oh, just barely made it. Okay, so this trident, we've already been in this room, but I just gotta remember where it is. I think it was on the right-hand side. Yeah, I think it's that room up there. But I think definitely one of the next things I'm gonna get is air hike. No, that just led me back here. Maybe I just gotta start from the very bottom. And see, Devil May Cry 3 was one of the first games that I ever did YouTube videos on, too. Like, I remember when I got my capture card back in 2013, probably one of the first games that I actually recorded gameplay on was Devil May Cry 3. Hey, style level up. Nice. Oh, hey, Spidey, good to see ya. Whatever's near you. Alright, I've got a Route 44 Coca-Cola. Alright. We are ready to kick some demon ass. Plus, I got the upgrade for Cerberus now, so... But yeah, this is kind of the game that cemented the idea of just using a single style in a Devil May Cry game. Because in some of the later games, you can, in 4 and 5, you can switch styles on the fly that do different things. So like Gunslinger, you get better gun techniques, but I prefer Swordmaster because of the combos. Because if you use any other technique, you can only use just the basic sword strikes. But if you use Swordmaster, you get to do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, that is quite literally a skill issue on my part. Okay, if I remember right, this thing lets me walk into that room. Think about the HD collection in 4, but never really sat down to play them. So, if I were to give recommendations, 3 definitely, skip 2, 1 definitely, like, it's really 2 is the only one you really need to skip, because it really doesn't add too much to the story. Like, it's kind of its own standalone thing, but 3, 1, 4, and 5 is probably the best order to play it. 2 is optional, and just pretend that DMC Devil May Cry doesn't exist. But in reality, DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot, it has really good gameplay. Like, I will compliment it on its gameplay, and some of the soundtrack isn't that bad either. It's just the cutscenes and character portrayals are just horrible. This party's about to get crazy. Hey, Trends, good to see ya! Nope. No, Dante, wrong way! I gotta get air hike as soon as I can. Like, that's almost a requirement. Like, I just feel so vulnerable without that double jump. Did somebody say a party and you didn't invite me? Hey, Cranberry, good to see ya! Get Super Dante and play couch co-op with somebody, absolutely. Yeah, welcome to the stream. So, yeah, Devil May Cry 3, like, I wanted to start with DMC 3 because of, I want to play the games in chronological order of storyline, and 3 is where everything begins. Hence the title, Dante's Awakening. And it was also my first exposure to the series. I watched my aunt play it on their PS2, and it was really what got me into it. Like, I never really heard of the series before that. Family's here, so can't stay long. Hey, no worries, Cranberry. Like, just saying hi and popping in. Like, I'm always happy to see ya. So 2 is the best? Okay. Well, 2 is the best if you like cheesy Matrix implementation into... Like, it's... Like, I think they got inspired by The Matrix or something because of all these weird gun-fu moves that they're doing. It wasn't a bad game, it's just that they really changed too much after what set made 1 special. They tried changing it too much and just made a really terrible game. Who doesn't like that? I took Mom to the Gnome Trail. Oh, was that fun? I also took my glasses off so my eyes aren't like doing all the twitchiness, but I may put them back on soon. Me too, I got 3 first without knowing anything about the series. Yeah, like 3 is just, like if you're starting out in the series, I always recommend 3. Because if you play 5, it's great to start there, but you're missing out on a lot of context. Because you really wouldn't understand Virgil as a character had you not played 3 first. Or even 1. Rock and Stone. I also realized I should probably backtrack. Well, no, let me see if there's a divinity statue in here. Okay, yeah, I've still got a little bit of area before I get to the boss. What's the secret mission? 5 is a super info dump in disguise. Yeah, see, 5, like, it's a love letter to the series, and I absolutely love 5. Defeat all enemies without taking damage. Well, I just not read that. So that's an impossible task for me because I'm literally a glass cannon, and I have every enemy hit me. This is gonna be hard. For Carl. Oh no. Oh, and it's these guys too! I am so done. Yep. that was a total of like 4 seconds. Okay, I am not trying that again. At least not right now. Great job, hero. Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of goes against my whole gameplay style of just tanking every hit that an enemy gives me. We know you can't read. We know you. Oh, you can't read, but you can dodge. Apparently not. Well, I also don't have my glasses on either, so I'm also partially blind. No! I nearly fell. I've pretty much come to the conclusion and the acceptance that my life is a slapstick comedy, and at least, hopefully, somebody out there is laughing at it. Okay, so this is the boss room, but I need a divinity. There we go. I was gonna say, speak of the devil. Okay, I don't need to change my style. Okay, I can get air hike. And that should be enough to get, at least one vital star. Let me see. There might be some more orbs over here that I can get. Because now that I have air hike, I've got my double jump, which is all I needed. Okay, so there's no red orbs over here. Well, I'll try to do this boss with just one vital star. But now that I've got air hike, even if I have to redo the mission, it'll... Oh! I also... Remember, I can't see. Is it... Okay, I thought that was a smiley face emote trends, but it's a clown, and I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You just got vertical movement and you don't use it for exploring. Well, the thing is, I'm going to be backtracking these areas anyway. Yeah. Yeah, like, as far as my outfit today, I just wasn't sure what would be appropriate for Devil May Cry, so I've got the red outfit and then the jacket on, because it's the closest, like, Dante-esque thing. Why am I disappointed in the clown? Because I am a clown! Because I am a clown because I'm also terrible at video games, and I think that I'm thinking that I'm good at video games, but really not.
Look, brother, it's been ages, but we finally have company. I see that. We must entertain our guest. You're right. We have to be gracious hosts. What should we do? How do I know? We need to come up with something.
Well, Spirit can still be a clown.
Sighing. Sigh. What is sigh? Well, a sigh is when...
Enough already! How long are you two gonna keep carrying on like this? In case you didn't get the hint, I'll spell it out. Your guest wants to go through. Got it?
Our job here is to guard this...
Agni and Rudra.
We can't let you pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked, but it has been so long since I played this game that I completely forgot the mechanics of their boss. There is one thing I remember, though. It's like, it's a bad idea to take one of them out first, because the other one will just pick up the other sword. Damn it. Well, hey, I at least got him down to this. Wonder if Eno's gonna get nuked too. Hey Blaze, good to see you. I'm gonna get nuked by Agni and Rudra. Germa played this a month ago. Did Germa have a lot of trouble with this boss? I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm good at I'm not good at dodging as per usual, but I can just sit there and just pot shot them with Ebony and Ivory. Oh yeah, I forgot he could do that! You actually got the hang of it. If 37-year-old ADHD can do it, so can you. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to beat the boss with this few healing items. Just because, like, the last time I legitimately played this was probably when I was in high school, so that was like 10 years ago. Because, like, this is one of the few games that I had available to me on my school laptop that actually worked. Why did I have Devil May Cry 3 on a school laptop, you ask? Well, I mean, I don't know. The joys of not having a PC of my own back then. Okay, come on, Dante. We got this. We got this. Yeah! Woohoo! I got him before he grabbed the other sword. I thought I was gonna die, but I survived the first try. Woo!
We have been waiting for a long time. Yes, a very long time. For someone stronger than us. Someone who can control us. My name is Agni.
And my name is Rudra.
Rudra. You shall take us with you. We could be a great help to you.
Okay, but no talking.
Okay, but on one condition.
What is it? Name it.
No talking.
Fair enough. As you wish.
Don't say hi to Blaze. He's been mean to me. You pick on me. Well, I've also kind of been teasing Blaze a little bit, too. Going into that question I asked early off stream, did it get pushed back? Yeah, I saw it. I just was in the middle of the boss, so I wasn't sure what to answer. As far as Resident Evil characters,
No talking.
probably Leon. I would say Leon or like RE4 Leon, I think, is a good one. Either RE4 Leon or maybe a little bit of Barry. Barry Burton. Leon for like the intelligence and just your personality, and I think with Barry like more like the protectiveness and the friendship aspect. Fight, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss. I get picked on by Eno, Spidey, and Boyga. Well, I'm not picking on you specifically, Blaze. As far as just teasing you about the fact that you got trapped in a corner with Dr. Traeger in Outlast. Because at my job, I saw something that said Traeger on it, and I just sent Blaze a picture. The #1 clip that has 55 views. Yeah, Lady is just so cool. You don't really get to see her do much after 3, like... Well, 4 Special Edition, I guess. But she also gets to do cool stuff in the anime, too. The often forgotten Devil May Cry animated series. Yeah, 4 Special Edition, the fact... Oh, there's the 6. Because you actually got to play as her, and the fact... I thought it was incredible that you got to play as her and Trish, because Trish was a playable character, I believe, in 2 as a bonus character, but you got to play as Lady for the very first time, which was awesome. Yeah, like, I loved Lady in Devil May Cry 4. But yeah, as for Dio, like, I really like Barry, just because, like, Barry has a very, like, family-oriented mindset, and he's very protective of the ones he cares about, and I just feel like, because of, like, our friendship and how, like, you interact with our friend group, I think that Barry's a good choice. The goddess statue's piercing stare is focused on the front door. Yeah, but Devil May Cry actually started out as Resident Evil 4. So the first Devil May Cry game, for those who aren't aware of this, was originally going to be Resident Evil 4, but the concept got too far from a Resident Evil game, so Hideaki Kamiya decided to just make a new game, and that new game became Devil May Cry 1. Trial of Wisdom. I think it's from least to greatest, or from greatest to least. Nope. Oh, no more blood coils, why? I gotta take out this one first, because it's gonna keep harassing me while I try to take out the blood goils. Okay, there we go. So, it wasn't greatest to least. Yeah, I can't read. Because I'm also trying to do this off of muscle memory, too. So I think it was that way, and then forward. All jokes aside, though, like, the fact that, chat, you teased me about not being able to read. I actually am a college graduate, but reading is definitely not my strong suit, like, at all. That and math. Like, math, like, I still struggle with, like, basic math concepts. Like, I'd be completely lost without a calculator or a machine doing the work for me. I did try a little bit of Khan Academy, though. Like, I do want to actually, like, get to a level of math where, like, I don't struggle. But, I mean, at the point that I'm at in my life where I'm out of school and I don't really need, like, geometry or trigonometry or really any like super intricate math concepts, there's really just no point. I mean, I don't really plan on going back to school anytime soon, at least. I mean, the last time I studied for a math test is when I took my ASVAB. And even then, it was like, it wasn't even the official ASVAB because I never ended up joining the military. Most math is... Remember, Eno teachers said we won't have calculator everywhere we go, hold up cell phones. I mean, that's pretty much what they said. Like, I remember I had to have, like, a really tiny portable calculator that ran on, like, the solar energy. Reading is my strong suit, mathematics is, and I suck at basic algebra. Yeah, I had to do elementary algebra when I was in college, like, legitimately. Most math special is based in the scientific field, but it helps no measurement, at least as a factor. Ever plan on using Cerberus' special move?
Chew on this! Chew on this! Chew on this!
That one? Because right now I'm only on Swordmaster level 2, so I don't have all of the moves unlocked. Oh yeah, this room. Alright, see you later, Spidey. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for popping in. That's good, but it's the Swordmaster move. Yeah. I don't know if I have it yet, because since I'm just Swordmaster level 2. Okay, so that's a pretty easy combo to do. Like, you have to delay it a little bit and then do it. So what's happening here is that I have to hit these switches in order to reduce the enemy's power, because essentially what's happening here is that the enemies are getting like a power boost. I can still defeat them, but it's just really difficult to do so. But the problem is that on, I think it's Dante Must Die mode, all enemies get that buff by default. So just imagine doing this on the hardest difficulty with basically double the buffs. That one's already done. Bruce Lee screaming everything. I actually am learning how to use nunchucks as a training tool. Like, that's something that I've been learning in my martial arts recently, is how to use nunchucks and the various techniques with them. I suck at it, but I am learning. So I can actually use real nunchucks without hitting myself in the face. Yeah, the problem is like, there's like a thing called chambering with nunchucks, and my biggest issue is that I had a lot of trouble doing that before. But now I can actually properly do it. But eventually, something that my sensei is telling me that he's going to do is that he's going to start throwing tennis balls at me. And I'm going to have to deflect them with the nunchucks. So I'm quite literally going to have to do a Bruce Lee technique at some point. But I'm grateful for it because I'm glad that my sensei is actually challenging me with it, because it's probably one of the hardest things that I've learned to maneuver is the nunchucks so far. Addition, multiplication, subtraction, not so much division. Don't need number to help me out in day-to-day life. The originals were known to be the harder part of the franchise. Nunchucks are cool, too bad they're banned in many states for being too good. Yeah, like, I wouldn't use nunchucks as, like, if my first choice of having a weapon, I'd probably rather have, like, pepper spray or something, because I like nunchucks, but they're kind of, like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of other weapons that I'd pick first. Eno's probably gonna get hit in the face with balls. Well, you gotta learn to dodge. What was I doing the whole time then, Blaze? Okay, let me see. Speaking of guns, no. Buy some vital stars. I don't really use drive all that much, even when I... Oh, I forgot you have to buy air hike individually for every weapon. Oh, I hated that. Because, like, in every other Devil May Cry game after this, I don't know about 2, but, like, the air hike is universal. But in this game, you have to buy it individually for every weapon, which is dumb. But, that being said, though, I actually am going to swap out Cerberus for Agni and Rudra. Just because I really like Agni and Rudra. Like, they were the sword combo that I used when I played the game originally. Talking outside of gaming in real life, while my phone's having a seizure. Nunchucks are on the same road as knives, too. Find someone who knows how to use them, and they can do so much damage. Yeah, because it's literally, you're getting hit with a flail. It's basically a flail. Like, I think nunchucks kind of historically had a similar origin story as the flail. They probably, like, their ancestors probably came from the same, like, weapons and tools. Okay, so Artemis is a really strange weapon. It's like a laser beam. Okay, so I can't actually equip it. So Artemis has utility, but I don't really use it all that much. It's the number of hits you can do with a nunchuck instead. Combine that with the amount of kinetic force you can constantly apply. It's game over in a matter of seconds. Yeah, see, that's another thing with my, like, martial arts and sword training. I have the option, and I do own a wooden bokken, which is just like a wooden katana, but I also have an Iaito, which is a high carbon steel dull blade, and I use that preferably because of the weight and dimensions being exact to a real sword.
Well, well. You've grown stronger.
Go to hell.
You point a gun at me? Your own kin? Your dear papa?
The only family I ever had was my mother. And she's dead!
You break my heart. After all, it was I who gave you your name. My darling daughter.
Yeah, so there's your big reveal there. I mean, it was already kind of hinted at, because if you look at Arkham's eyes and then Lady's eyes, they're the exact same. There's not many other characters that have, I believe it's called heterochromia, where you have two different colored eyes. Probably should have saved now that I think about it, but... Tie big object to stick. Ta-da! That's how a sword is made.
Well, this is my kind of rain. No wonder the sky looks so funny today.
Let me go!
Let you go? But it would be a waste if you ended up as just a pretty stain. What the hell was that for? Here I am trying to help you, and you show your thanks by shooting me? Whatever. Do as you please.
So he's a demon too.
My mother has heterochromia. I'm unfortunate to not have that. Just got Blue and Hazel. However, if I ever happen to have kids, hopefully the recessive trait might carry over to them. Yeah, I've only ever I don't think I've ever actually met somebody who has heterochromia. Like, I've seen dogs that have it multiple times, but I've never actually seen like anyone, like a person that has it. You know what? Against my better judgment, I'll buy one more Battle Star. It's only within the top 2% of the whole population. Yeah, I mean, it would be really cool. Like, I mean, I don't like to have traits like that as the defining factor of a person, but it would be really cool to meet somebody who has heterochromia. Because it's just like, I think that's just really beautiful, like, to have multiple colored eyes. But I think that's, like, when it comes to people, like, there are things that make everybody beautiful. So, I'm gonna go straight to the bottom first. I also find it interesting whenever people have uncommon eye colors like violet. Hey, welcome to the stream, Big! Good to see ya! Yeah, like... And then you've got my eyes, which are black and green, and diamond-shaped pupils. But, to be completely honest, I'm actually unique among spirits myself, because other spirits out there, whether it be in VR chat or Twitch, I'm probably one of, like, 2 that actually have pupils. Most others just have, one single colored, like, set of eyes. Whether it be white, black, green. Imagine have fire red eyes. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could edit my model to have red eyes, but I mean, that would require lots of hard work. Let's see if there's anything else in here. No, there's some orbs. I mean, any and all orbs are good for me, because I can use those to upgrade later on. But to be honest with you, chat, like, I really thought of, like, for Halloween, like, getting, like, a version of my model with red eyes. But I just wasn't sure, and I'm still not sure, because I'm pretty bad with deciding, like, clothing options in fashion. I usually ask for second opinions from people. But I'm still kind of in debate on what I'm going to do for Halloween. Because there are still plenty of outfits that I have that I have not shown on stream just yet, because those are going to be very situational. The next, probably one of the most special ones that I have made is going to be showcased on my birthday, which is just coming up in a little bit, because my birthday is June 10th, which is a Saturday. Which will be a special stream day as well. Oh, I was so close. Eno also can't land on platforms that are stationary. Go figure, right? Eno sucks at platforming part 5. What happened to the other 4 parts? No, I was there! Damn it! And that's something that I can't just leave either, because that's a blue orb fragment, and blue orb fragments give me, there we go! They give me, a boost to my health bar if I collect 4, or 3, however many, but either way, it's the camera, to be honest. There's the other poor parts, ha! That was one of Jerma's complaints, too. Sounds fun. I'll try to make it to your birthday stream. Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun stream. I'm still, like, kind of in the planning phases of what I'm gonna do, but I've got a lot of fun stuff planned for that day. Like, I made sure to take work off, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Well, technically, like, in some areas I can control the camera, but right now it's fixed. Like, I can't change it. And that's also part of the old Resident Evil style philosophy, like, design philosophy, still present in Devil May Cry. But in 4 and 5, you do have the option to change the camera pretty much wherever. Boops, Eno. No! I need to get VTuber Plus so you can actually do that, like, for real. You'll have to show me how to set that up, Blaze. I wanted a tank controls add-on Gmod, but there are none so far. Only PS1, early 2 style. Yeah, because this one came out in 2005, I think. The special edition, of course, came later, but I think DMC 3 was 2005, and DMC 1 was the year 2001, I think. So these guys, they have a lot of health, but they're not particularly dangerous. But their whole shtick is summoning enemies. Oh, come on, I literally just killed both of them, and now you summon 2 more, game? Seriously? Yeah, Dante, I wish I had your enthusiasm. You know, to be honest, I might actually switch back to Cerberus, because, like, now that I'm older and I'm playing this game with kind of like a fresh coat of paint, like, I think I like Cerberus a little more than Acne and Rudra. I mean, granted, I'm only on Swordmaster level 2, so I really don't have the full set of abilities. But, like, Cerberus just seems to have much more utility. Probably just because I've been exposed to 5 now. I want to throw bananas at Eno. Is like, hold up there, buddy, in Traeger's voice. see if I can get that delay down. It's, so there's like... There we go. So I've also got that, and then that. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. Oh, speaking of. Oh.
Breakdown. Blast off.
Good thing about these is that I can get my practice in without having to really worry about getting destroyed by enemies.
Blast off.
There we go! Woo! Oh, that hurt my hand, though.
Crazy?
Yeah, and the thing with me, Trends, is that, like, I really just an average DMC player. Like, I'm definitely not, in any stretch of the imagination, like, good at the games. Like, I can competently play and beat the games, but I'm definitely not, like, super stylish. Average DMC player, Giga Chad. That just gave me a disturbing mental image of my spirit as Giga Chad. Thank you. But really, though, I have actually beaten this game on. I think the hardest one on this is Dante Must Die. Either that. I don't know if Hell and Hell mode came until 4. Buff Riku. Oh, don't even remind me of Buff Riku. Oh, I hated that in Cursed Halo. If you're a spirit, you can square your jaw like that. Eh, kind of. I can change the way that I like if we're talking like lore-wise, I can change the way that I look, but at the same time, do I want to look like Giga Chad? Probably not. Hey Goosebumps, good to see you. What game is this? Devil May Cry 3. Another Capcom title. And now we get to actually see Dante's fantastic facial features close up.
Come on, wimp. 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 Come on, wimp.
I've never seen this game before. Yeah, this is actually one of my all-time favorite games. I played this before I was exposed to the Resident Evil series, and it's in my top 10 of all of my all-time favorite games. Soundtrack, gameplay, characters, everything. It's just such an amazing experience. Like, I think anybody who enjoyed DMC 5 should give this one a chance for sure. Alright, and then now, right after I get this Crystal Skull, well, we're definitely not going to make an Indiana Jones film out of it, but we're going to get some enemy spawns. Just you watch. Yep, called it! And I knew it was going to be that stupid enemy holder thing. I know they have proper names, but I didn't do my homework. I mean... The only one I remember is the Blood Coil, And the bosses, of course. Alright, now we've got a problem. Problem is, if I go focus on those other enemies, he's just gonna keep spawning more and more. Okay, there we go. Now we're in business. Somewhat. I would have been so disappointed had I gotten killed by that door. Easy mode is now selectable. I refuse. I refuse to play on easy mode. Just asking how hard is this game because I like hard games. So, well, this game, if you're just picking it up for the first time, it is incredibly difficult. Like, especially some of the bosses later on just will absolutely destroy you. Okay, now that I've got the crystal skull, I just gotta go back up, I think. Oh no, the elevator, that's right. Oh, I hate having such bad short-term memory. It's like Dark Souls, no meme, it demands you to learn what it teaches you. Absolutely. Like, DMC3, like, you can pick up 5 and play that fairly easily. Like, it's still gonna punish you. Like, 5 is a very punishing game, but Devil May Cry 3 is, I would say, it's probably one of the harder ones in the series. No, we got more of these stupid spawner things! Dang it! Yeah, I don't expect to be really that stylish until I get Swordmaster level 3. Like, once I get my, like, preferred weapon combination with the specific devil arms that I use, So, for those who were here on the last stream, this is actually a boss that became a common enemy. Like that, I don't think you really get to encounter many enemies like that were originally bosses that became, like, just common enemies, but that was actually the boss of, I believe, Mission 2. Let me guess, Beowulf Rebellion level 3 Swordmaster. No. How'd you know? Yeah, yeah, that is my preferred combination. Yeah, honestly, it's my preferred combination, like, in every DMC game, like, following this, is the gauntlet-type weapons. And, of course, Rebellion. Drink. Oh, sounds good to me. I got a Route 44 Coke just for this occasion. Orbs. Okay, and then I'm going to switch back to Cerberus, at least for the time being. I guess it wouldn't hurt to get Windmill. Because, I mean, I'm going to be fighting Virgil, so I'm going to be primarily using Rebellion. Now, Devil May Cry 3 Virgil is infamous for first-time players because he can hand your ass to you on a silver platter. And he, like, just Virgil in general has been infamous for the easy mode is now selectable meme. So let's just see if I'm still capable of actually beating him after so many years of not actually playing this game. I mean, I played DMC5 relatively recently, but... You showed up.
You showed up.
You sure know how to throw a party. No food, no drinks, and the only babe just left.
You sure know how to throw a party. No food, no drinks.
My sincerest
and the only
apologies,
babe
brother.
just left.
I was so eager to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
I was so eager to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
Whatever. At any rate, it's been a whole year since we last met.
How about a kiss from your little
How
brother?
about a kiss from
Or better yet, how about a kiss from this? So this is a heartwarming family reunion. Or this is what they call a heartwarming family reunion.
this?
Sorry, I know this whole scene by heart.
So, this is what they call a heartwarming family reunion, eh?
You got that right.
You got that right.
I think Eno needs another new chair. No! Not the plastic chair! Here, I'll go ahead and heal. I don't think I need it, but better to be safe than sorry.
Chew on this! Chew on this!
Sorry I'm so silent, chat. I am just so focused right now, but... yeah. He's very predictable, so, and I've done that so many times, it's just child's play at this point. Alright, see you later, Blaze. Thanks for popping in.
Why do you refuse to gain power? The power of our father, Sparta.
Father? I don't have a father. I just don't like you, that's all.
Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness. Might controls everything. And without strength, you cannot protect anything. Let alone yourself.
Yeah, so this cutscene really just drives the point home that yes, they are twin brothers. In 5, they have 2 different separate facial models, but this game really sells it to you that they're supposed to be twin brothers. Because when their hair is down, they look exactly the same. Well, that's the end of the game, so I hope you enjoyed, chat.
Yes. Now the spell Sparta cast will be broken. I see a devil inside you has awakened as well.
Wait. We should leave. For the moment, we have all that we need.
So this is where Dante unlocks his Devil Trigger for the first time, for those who've played 5. Because I understand that 5 was an introduction point for a lot of people who have not played the series before. So for those in chat who have just played 5 or are familiar with just Devil May Cry 5, I'll kind of explain a few plot points here, kind of show like how certain things applied to Devil May Cry 5 later on in the timeline. But yeah, I think I did okay for that boss. Like, it wasn't particularly stylish, but I'm also only on Swordmaster level 2. But, I mean, I did it without dying, at least, so there we go. Because Virgil usually takes out more than a few people who play this game for the first time. Yep, Devils Never Cry! One of the best songs in the entire series. Plus, this cutscene is just too cool. Like, DMC3 just went over the top with everything, and I love them for it. Because Dante's like, oh, I got some new powers? Great. Let's just, let's test them out. I fucking love this so much. It's literally going so quick that it's like the friction is causing it to start to burn. Like, I don't know how fast it has to be going to do that, but it's fast enough that... Ugh. And that's the end of the game. Re-entry speed, yes. That's the end of the game. Dante gets eaten. That's it. Burst forth from the great demon's womb. Okay, that's getting into a Reddit story. Skywell. Yeah, I never understood the Leviathan. Like, I don't know where it just came from. Like, it's just there. Oh no, I didn't mean to buy a Devil Star. I meant to buy a Purple Orb. Fuck. It's actually cheaper for me to buy the large star, but again, I can't read, so... Yeah, it literally swallowed like a jet airliner. I mean, sure, it's probably not the biggest thing flying around, but it's just like some of the things that it swallowed. Like, we've got a jet airliner back there, some buildings, and then there's a pirate ship back there for some reason. And unfortunately, this will not be the last time in this series we will be in some weird demonic stomach type area. But if I remember right, there's a secret mission, I think. Or no, Blue Orb. I remember there was something on the pirate ship, I just couldn't remember exactly what it was. Oh yeah, right here. But what is it? Ride the elevator to the top. Okay. The Devil's Teeter-Totter. That sounds like some really obscure amusement park ride that, like, all the kids are like, oh, did you ride the Devil's Teeter-Totter? Like, no way! I was too scared to ride it. I think going through that door ends the mission, so let me... Because it's Secretception, because this is a secret mission right here. I think technically if I want to, I can literally just dodge the enemies the whole time, but really, I'm just going to try to knock them off. Because I think this is probably one of the few secret missions that I can actually accomplish at my skill level. The other ones, probably not. Oh. Oh, it's because they knock it down. Oh, that's why. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. Well, actually I did, but... I don't pay attention, I don't read, and I can't see, so we've got plenty of whammies against me. Let's call this secret mission Lost Cause for now. I just feel so helpless not having all the abilities unlocked. Because, like, once you get to a certain point, you just have so many strong abilities and combos, but, like, when you start from just the very beginning, it's like I just get so cocky trying to do all these crazy moves, and I realize I don't have them yet. I think the last one is in this room. I mean, did I say the stream is like a play on, like, the title for the stream is like a play on Devil May Cry and Wind Waker, because I am going to be playing a little bit of Wind Waker after this. But it's, like, apparently, I should have probably titled something along the lines of the Magic School Bus, because we're inside of a creature, and we're learning about anatomy, I guess. It's like, Miss Frizzle's gonna teach the kids the interior functions of a demonic whale-like creature. Please tell me this is a normal field trip. I'm gonna do that just so I can get some of my health back. Oh, hey, it's my old friend, the Gigapede. So, fun fact, you can actually kill this thing, but, it's not recommended, at least at my level. But that does imply that the Gigapede is just a parasitic organism or something. Goes in the intestine and somehow ends up near the heart. Yeah, those big pulsating things that I passed by earlier? Yeah. When you're a small creature with a blade, anything is possible inside an organic thing. Yeah, it's just an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like, quite literally. You're fighting the antibodies. Well, I guess there's plenty of, like, internal body part things that we could mention. Osmosis Jones, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Magic School Bus. There's plenty of, like, movie references that we can make here, or just, like, TV show, pop culture. I'd like it if my antibodies had sickle, scythe-type weapons and were able to just fight any intruder. But it looks like we're in the optic nerve right now, because there's the eye. Yeah, so we're essentially just blinding the thing, at least in one of its eyes. Souls of those sent to hell for the sin of jealousy. They are Leviathan's energy source. Yeah, so essentially just blinded the creature. Well, I mean, it can still see, but that's... I mean, we're certainly in the optic nerve now. Because that's it blinking, and then that's what it sees. So much style. I mean, I'm getting there. Like, I think that I can at least appear to be confident at some point. I don't think I'm really going to play around with any of the other styles, at least not right now. Because, like I said, it just takes a while to get Swordmaster leveled up anyway, and I never really was any good at the other styles. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Gunslinger's cool, but I just never really found much utility with it. Because, like, it's, I wish that they had updated these games from the Switch version got, because the Switch version got, like, a bunch of, oh gosh, this is, like, dizzying. The Switch version got a lot of updates to Devil May Cry 3, like adding style switching and then co-op Bloody Palace, but the HD versions never really got any update like that, so... Because the style switching makes it more like the newer games, but like, what? Because I played this game first, like, I'm just so used to the one style. And that's kind of how I played Devil May Cry 4 and 5, is just using Swordmaster until I unlock Virgil, because Virgil's actually the only character that I feel like I can confidently play as. Because he's easy enough to pick up, and easy to learn, hard to master, I think. Oh yeah, it was the Magic School Bus, wasn't it? Well, it looks like Miss Frizzle and the kids got stuck in the Leviathan's stomach. Yeah, and I do apologize for the dizzy filter that the game is doing. I don't really remember this in the original version. I think this is an HD collection thing. But maybe it's just me misremembering it. Okay, so I've got 3. Yeah, may as well just buy 1. Irony, it just follows me everywhere I go. Like I said, my life is a slapstick comedy and somebody out there is laughing. You can't get any closer now. What was that about getting closer? Yeah, I'm not really going to focus on the enemies too much, just because the Leviathan does a move anyway that wipes them out. So, unless they become like a huge problem, I won't focus on them too much. And that's the move! But then again, I'm a glass cannon, so anytime I hit something is good. See if I can get the enemies hit with that. Not too terribly hard of a boss, just a little bit time-consuming. I know there's probably more of a strategy to this, but like, if there's any tips like you'd like to give me, chat, for those who have played this, like you trends, like definitely let me know. Like I can beat the bosses, but like if there's strategies that make these like a lot faster, then I definitely like to hear them. Because like for me it's about more taking them out than looking stylishly. This one's just to beat him up? Okay. So there really isn't, like, any specific strategy with this that makes it quicker. Hey, you know, how are you? Hey, Kit, good to see ya. How you doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon? And also my Friday, because I don't have a traditional work schedule, so today is my... Well, technically today's my Saturday, because I work off tomorrow, too. The only thing I know about this boss is fight. Is that you have to get their health to 0, keeping your own health above 0.
A foundation that brought
Hey, that's good. That's a good tip.
Fear. Yes. Fear. Can't you feel it? The rage and agonies of the people. Those who were confined here, with their desires for evil being unfulfilled. It was all because Sparta slammed the door to the demon world in their faces.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
You know, that left heart had a pip of health for the longest time. Oh, did it just have a little bit of health and I just wasn't seeing it? Yeah, because I was focusing on the right one for the longest time. This is actually where my other save file, where I played it on Steam, is located, is on this mission, so I've finally caught up with my previous save file. Ugh.
So this is the next stage.
Wait!
That is so metal, and it's so Dante.
Forget it. Because I make it a point not to go out with women who shoot me in the head.
Date a demon? I'm not that desperate. Besides, I really don't care for guys who stink like blood.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, tell me, what's your name?
I don't have a name.
Okay, then what should I call you?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever, lady.
And that's where the nickname came from.
I'll leave this to you. Because I don't want to miss the party.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Who counted on you anyway?
Like, Lady actually does have to reload her guns. Dante, not so much. I don't know, it's just like, whenever I see, like, Resident Evil or, like, some movie or something where somebody's just firing their gun, like, over and over again, and there's only, like, maybe 9 rounds in one of those magazines, it's just, like, it irks me. It's like, reload the gun! Like, do it off screen, but just reload the damn thing. Well, no, let me go to Rebellion. I still don't have enough for Stinger level 2. Like that Chris versus Wesker shootout in the roof of that one movie. Oh, like, what was it? Resident Evil Vendetta? Yeah, like the gun fu thing. It's like, yeah, I too imagine there's 100 rounds in that 16 round magazine. It's like, you know, just take the second to reload your gun. Like, nobody's gonna care. The provision storeroom. Ah, because they're spiders. Yeah, one detail that I really liked about 3 as opposed to the other games is that whenever Dante uses a different weapon with Devil Trigger, his Devil Trigger changes to match, like, whatever weapon you're using. See, I don't want to get too close because those spiders will jump on me. Well, I guess I can do this. Apparently not. Here, eat my sword. Here, eat my sword. There we go. Spooters. Spooter Man. Or Spiders. Spiders Man. The literal sentient suit of thousands of spiders that my brother told me about. Because there's literally like some alternative Spider-Man or like multiversal Spider-Man that's literally just called Spiders Man. And it's a colony of spiders that is inhabiting Peter Parker's suit, and they think that they're Peter Parker. Oh, hey, it's an RE5 style laser beam puzzle. I wonder how this could work. I almost fucked that up too. Like, I was so confident. But I nearly screwed it up, because I was actually going to hit the other one. Yeah, but, I mean, if I can use my range to the advantage here, me as well. since this is since I'm on a later level, like, a lot of my memory's coming back to me for these things. Because I've played this game so many times that a lot of this just becomes muscle memory. And the problem is that, as you've seen a lot on my stream, is that whenever I rely on my muscle memory, it doesn't always serve me the greatest. But for the most part, it does do me justice, because a lot of these levels I do remember quite well. It's just like certain little things I just forget about, and little details that I really should remember. Like these guys, if I want to, I can literally just run right past them. And then if I remember right, there's also a weapon that I can get here too. The sniper, I think. Just, again, I don't really use any other weapons, any other guns besides Coyote A, the shotgun, and Ebony and Ivory. Just because, like, while they have their uses, it's just, when it's more of a stubbornness, because I've just been so used to a certain style that change is just really difficult for me to accept. But, I mean, if you want me to try other weapon combinations and loadouts, that's definitely an option, chat. So there is a redeem that you can use where you can pick my loadout, and I'll have to actually play with that set of weapons if you really want me to. I just want to put that out there just to make it more entertaining and see if I can survive and not die. That way it's not just me playing just Devil May Cry as I would. Like, we'll make this entertaining. Spiral. A large rifle that fires high penetration type bullets. That looks like an anti-material rifle from World War II. Like an anti-tank gun. But as of right now, my loadout is pretty limited because I just have like 3 devil arms, and then I also have like the guns. Of course, I have pretty much all of them right now. Didn't even pick my loadout. Okay, well, there's a divinity statue right here. So, what is the loadout you want to use? So I've got Ebony and Ivory, the shotgun, Artemis, and Spiral, and then as far as my devil arms are concerned, I've got Rebellion, Cerberus, and Agni and Rudra. Spiral and Artemis. So you want me to actually use the guns that I never use? Okay. Okay, so... yeah, because Spiral is quite literally just like an anti-tank gun. It's high damage, but very low fire rate, and you can't shoot it in the air. Artemis is a laser beam, basically. It's just a laser with a low fire rate. But when you upgrade it and hold it, you can get multiple shots in. But since they're level 1, there's not really a lot I can do with them at the moment. Oh, save the game and drink some water. All right. Thank you for keeping me accountable, chat. Yeah, absolutely. It's much appreciated. And I also realized that you doing the redeem there, Trends, is going to make Nintendog streamer moment. Oh, I got to stretch too. Yeah, so you redeeming that is going to make this boss that much harder. So I appreciate the challenge there, Trends. Okay. This little spirit has stretched, and this little spirit is ready to roll. I hope. Well, at least I've still got Rebellion, because if I've got Rebellion, I think I'll be okay. Oh, cool. Eno tells a story while I boss. Okay. I was actually thinking of this at work the other day, and I've actually got a story in mind. Looks like something can be placed in the woman's hand. Another hand? Her right hand comes off? Well, apparently so. Like, I mentioned muscle memory, but now my muscle memory is failing me because I think I gotta go through the provision storeroom again. Well, there actually, now that I think about it, there might be another door over here. Yeah, right here. Nope, that's just the round pathway. Woo! Muscle memory! More like a witty comment that I can't think of. Yep, right here. Oh, I realized I don't have Ebony and Ivory, so I think this thing's gonna be so much harder. Yeah, but who just left this anti-tank gun just laying around? Nowadays, anti-tank guns aren't really that useful because of armor, like, being much more advanced. But back in the day, like, the anti-tank guns were a lot more common. Like, they were definitely taken out of favor because of things like RPGs and missiles and so on. And also rounded pathways. They're now made for elephants, but don't shoot elephants because that's not good. Yeah. Yeah, they are still valuable. Like, this could be used on a battlefield for, like, some light armored targets. So, like, if you're, like, I don't know, like a lightly armored vehicle, you could use one of these. But, like, against, like, a tank or something, like, say, if you're trying to shoot, like, an Abrams or something, you're gonna have a hard time. Shoot it up the tank barrel. Well, see, that would only work if, well, one, that'd be an amazing shot, because shooting up a tank barrel, you'd have to, like, line that up perfectly, but he's also in you're also in his line of sight. But you also have to make sure that the hatch is closed, too, which is the whole shtick of, like, tossing a grenade down a tank barrel, is if the hatch is closed, it'll disable the tank, but you won't be able to take out the occupants. The slow fire rate is gonna kill me. Incendiary rounds. Woo. That's the thing about Artie, it's not good outside of Gunslinger. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, this is gonna be so hard. Oh no, I'm trapped. And I can't use Spiral in the air either, so I can't use, like, I can't use, that to break my fall. I like the sound it makes. It's so beefy, too. But yeah, this looks like a World War II anti-tank gun. Like, I can't, like, get the model specifically down what it's based on, but this is very much a World War II anti-tank rifle. I also realized since I accidentally bought that Devil Star, when I fight the boss, I'll actually have like an extra set of Devil Triggers, so that'll be good. But again, I have Artemis and Spiral, like the two, at least in my opinion, the two worst weapons to have when you're using just Swordmaster. But, I mean, that is a redeem, and I'm going to honor the redeem, so... At least I can fight these enemies again and get some orbs. I keep, like, instinctively trying to use Ebony and Ivory, but I don't have them.
You scared? Too easy.
Looks like the African Big Sniper, but made to seem more like a semi-auto. Yeah, plus just, like, looking at how big this gun actually is, like, there are guns that are that big, but, like, it looks a little bit comically big, too big. But I don't know, like, that's the thing about, like, games like Call of Duty, for example, that just kind of take away the realism factors. Like, you're not going to be running around with an MG42, and even drum magazines, like, you're not going to be running around the battlefield with drum magazines, because those things are heavy. You'll probably, like, maybe have, like, 2 maximum, and then there's, like, Call of Duty or something where you have, like, 5 or 6 drum mags. Unless you have, like, a duffel bag full of that stuff you're running around with, you're not gonna be running around with that. Like, you'd have to be, like, Rambo. Yeah, it's a lot of metal. And it's a lot of weight. It's like carrying sandbags. Precisely.
Welcome, sir. Is this your first time here?
People think of sand as light, but bury someone in the sand and say, yeah.
Won't you?
Of course I will.
Eno Navansky. No!
So nicely.
I don't have hair. I've got floof.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Then, come on, sugar.
Oh, this is why I didn't want to use Spiral, because you have to... She's covered in bats. Damn it! No!
How's this?
I'm suffering so much because of Spiral. Okay, so now that I remember, you'll just have to switch up your usual strat. Same sort of logic for heist movies where guys carry around loads of bag of cash. It's not possible. Oh yeah, the story. So while I'm, instead of complaining about my loadout here, let me tell you a story. So when I was in the 8th grade, my neighbor, like, the people who had lived in my house before me, like, they had said that our neighbor was kind of sketch and he was, like, getting money from a lot of weird places. So when I was in the 8th grade, I woke up one morning and I just looked out the window because I heard, like, a popping sound. Like, I wasn't sure what it was. Like, is somebody, like, are they doing, like, construction work or something? But then I look out the window, and I see a SWAT team that's, like, breaking down the door to my neighbor's backyard. And, of course, all I saw was just a bunch of guys with guns. So I went and told my mom, I was like, hey, there's guys with guns outside. And she freaked out thinking it was, like, a gang or something, but no, it was a SWAT team. Like, it was, so my stepdad went and kind of stayed upstairs and investigated to make sure, like everything was okay and there wasn't, like, a gang war or something going on. But in reality, so what happened was that my neighbor was under investigation from the DEA. Like, he was well known as, like, I don't know if he was a drug dealer or, like, involved with the cartels or something, but, like, he got into some seriously federal trouble. But yeah, it scared the hell out of me, because, like, when I was a kid, like, I was in the 8th grade, I didn't know what was going on. And of course, like, he moved out shortly after that. Like, I didn't ever see my neighbor again, but, like, yeah, like, what the people told me about the neighbor before I moved in was, like, he says, like, oh, I was in Vegas. It's like, I got all my money in Vegas. It's like, yeah. Well, why, if you're getting all this money in Vegas, then why are you in, like, the Midwest? Yeah, because, like, all I saw was just, like, a SWAT team with rifles, and at first I didn't see the uniforms. So I just wasn't sure, like, what was going on. And it was a story that I just told, like, that whole day to pretty much, like, all of my teachers. I was like, oh, this is how I woke up this morning. Now, of course, there's a few more details to it, but it's like I can't think of it at the moment. But, yeah, that's a story I was thinking of. Like, the time that I was in the 8th grade and I woke up and DEA was raiding my neighbor's house. I mean, it's not the first time that, like, I've had neighbors that have gotten in trouble like that. Like, there was, there's been so many, like, drug heists in my former place of living. I know it's not the most exciting one, but that's the one that I thought that came to mind just immediately. Because we were talking about, like, guns and so on. Luckily, I've got a Devil Star and Fighting Stars. Mom, there's a bunch of guys with guns outside. Of course, honey, this is America. I mean, you're not wrong. But, yeah, like, I mean, having, like, a local SWAT team is one thing. Like, that's, like, you know, that's still a really bad thing, but no, like, having the DEA, which is a federal entity, like, coming and doing investigating my neighbor, like, that's a serious offense. So technically, if she does that, I can escape with Devil Trigger, but I don't want to risk it. She wasn't done. I hate spirals so much. And she's gonna do it again. At least I get a free hit out of that. You know what? I'm gonna try Cerberus. And that didn't work out too well, so... Come on, Navon. I'm very curious to how well Germa did on this boss battle. Like, really anything that Germa did in this game, I'm curious. Like, which ones he had trouble with and which ones he found to be easier than others. Yeah, it does. Because it's so much harder because I don't have Ebony and Ivory. Because, like, Ebony and Ivory are really useful for taking out her, like, bats. I mean, I've almost got her. There we go. Damn.
My, you're sweet.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
All right. I'll help you.
He gets this lady and he stops.
Your
Makes
father
sense.
was a handsome devil. But you're no slouch yourself.
The best cutscene. Now I've unlocked Navon. So, Navon is an electric guitar-based enemy. Or, Devil Arm, rather. Has a very powerful Devil Trigger-based move, too. So, one of the last unlocks for Navon is, essentially when you're in Devil Trigger, you can float in the air and shoot lightning bolts at enemies. It's very shocking. Also, let me zoom in on... Where's the... So, let me scroll up in chat so I can read what Big said. Where my dad works, there was one time a couple of police officers guarding the door of the building. Apparently, the guy who lives in the house across from the building was being arrested for a domestic violence charge, and it got pretty dangerous. Damn. Yeah, I'm actually gonna probably watch Derma play that, just so I can see like how far he, like, what he struggled with and what he found easier. Because I know it's pretty common that people have trouble with Virgil, but Virgil's actually pretty easy, for me at least.
Welcome back.
Let's look at my atrocious score. I still get a B. Like, it's gonna be B, like, throughout the entirety of my playthrough. It's just gonna be B, 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 B.
Soon we will reach the lair of judgment. Timon Nigru will finally regain its full function and lead us into the demon world. The world where Sparta's power has been sealed. And the one who will lift the incantation is you. His own son. It must be fate.
Oh, and my former job was in the back of one of those gas stations in the cities, and the police were called to evict this drug addict that kept hanging around. So after this cutscene, I've actually got another story that kind of goes similar to what you've been saying right there, Big. It also involves a gas station.
Does that woman really bother you?
What are you talking about?
Why didn't you kill her? Perhaps because she's your daughter? Did some pesky fatherly love get in your way?
That's none of your...
To further your study of the black arts, you sacrificed your
Halfway to your
love
doom once again, my friend.
to become a devil as well. Knowing this, I thought you'd be more useful to me. But I was wrong. No wonder your attainment of power is incomplete.
What about you? You're an incomplete being as well. Both demon and human blood mingle in your veins.
Shut up. Now that the final door is open, I have no use for you.
Probably one of my favorite things to do with a katana is stylish sheathing. But that's the thing, is like, even if you, like, sheathing a katana or like any kind of sword, the thing that I was taught is, it doesn't matter how stylish you sheath it, nobody's going to be around to see you do it. Oh, perfect timing, because that's when my controller just decided to die on me, so that's when I was going to switch anyway. Yeah, I gotta figure out why it keeps doing that. Because what'll happen is, it's a wired controller, so what'll happen is I'll plug it into the USB port, and then eventually it'll just unplug, like it'll something, and then it'll switch to a player 2 on my controller, and I can't switch it back. even if I unplug it, plug it back in. I'm not sure why it does that, but I'm going to try to get that fixed if I can. Or I can just get a new controller. Either way. I love the fun fact that Dan Southworth had a cold during the recording of all his lines. Are you serious? Is that why he has the nasally voice? Like, I always thought it was just his portrayal of a young Virgil. But, like, he actually had a cold? Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense! That actually makes so much sense now in retrospect. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I actually had no idea that was the reason why. Because, like, when I was a kid, I would always laugh at the fact that Virgil had such a nasally voice. It's like, Dante. But, like, I love Dan Southworth. He's super cool. Like, just really anything he's in, like, he's just really good. Okay, so since it's at the 2-hour mark and my controller has decided to absolutely fail on me, I am going to switch to Wind Waker now. So stick around, chat. It'll just be a few minutes, and then I will be playing some Wind Waker. So give me just a few minutes. Well, looks like I'm going to have to tab out of this game anyway, so...